Okay, in this video, we're going to go ahead and show you how to add this additional details field where a sales rep can type in as much detail as they want about the job. And then we're also going to add a disclosure field that requires a set of initials for the customer to sign. And then we'll also add another section at the end to give you a spot where the customer can sign their actual signatures. So let's start with this additional details. This should be a real quick one. What we're going to do is expand our cells, add a new section to the bottom. Let me copy and paste my blank empty space. Okay, and what do we call this one? Additional details. And we're just going to make this a settings. And we're going to unlink this. So you'll notice here that there's no title on it. So you notice on this one you have all these titles. We only want a value to be typed in. It's just like a paragraph input. The sales rep can just type anything they want there. So I don't want a title. But I do want something to appear to the sales rep so they know what to type in. So what I'm going to do is go click on this cell that we just added down at the bottom. And then I'm going to click this little lock button and we're going to unlock the title. Now you see we have an app and a contract title. On the contract, I don't want anything to appear. But on inside of the app, when the user is filling it out, I want it to say describe okay, we'll just put any other option. You can put whatever you want there, obviously. Oops. Just go to settings, make sure that's right. Okay, now I'm going to go to text. This is not words. This is actually going to be a paragraph. So we got to change this. It's not required. All the rest looks good. New value. Oh, we don't want a value at all. Okay, so we're just going to leave that blank. Alright, so that's pretty much it for that section. So now let's go and add this unforeseen cost that could occur disclosure. So I'm going to come here, let's drag another line item, or actually we're going to make another section. Let's copy paste our blank space. Okay, and this one's going to be called unforeseen cost that could occur. Oops. And this is going to be pretty much the same as that one. The only difference is, let's go into settings, let's get rid of the title entirely. And then here's our value, but what I'm going to do is just type it, instead of save time, I'm just going to copy this whole disclosure. See if it's a paste in right. Okay, I think that looks good. So, we'll make a new line here and a new line here. Okay, that looks good. Now you'll notice that there's a spot for the customer to initial down here. So if I click on the cell, I go to settings, there's a switch that says initials required. So we're going to turn that on. And then you have an initials note, which you see here says customer initials, but I want it to say this long thing right here. Is that going to let me copy it? Okay, I think that looks good. Additional details is shaded in, so let me click on that. Settings. We'll shade that in. And okay, so I'm going to leave this like this for a second. I'm going to go ahead and save it, and I want to show you what happens. Let's save it. Let's go to the iPad. And when I click it, and I scroll down here to the bottom, you'll see that I have all the field here, and my sales rep can click into it and change that disclosure. Well, I don't even want that disclosure to appear at all inside of the application. I want it to only appear on the PDF once it gets to the PDF screen. So if you remember, we did that already before. So if I click on this, this entire section requires no changes from the user. So I'm going to come in here and say hidden in app and then save this. Remember how we hid the empty space section? Well, now we're hiding this entire section with text in it. So now when I come back to the app, let's sync this. Let's type in some text. And you shouldn't see that disclosure at the bottom of this screen. You should only see it on the next screen. See, here's describe in full detail any other options. I can type in some details here, much as I want. And hit next. And then my document is generated. And when I go to the next page, you see there's my unforeseen cost disclosure. Now that customer initials line is obviously going off. So I need to come over here, click on this, and shrink this font a little bit. And we'll do 8. I think 8 should work. Okay. So now last step in this is to add a signature line. I know it's not on this page. I think it's on this one. So you see down here, or actually here, we'll go ahead and add this roof sketch. That should be an easy one. So let's add this roof sketch. So I'm looking at the left-hand side of this page now. So this roof sketch, what we'll do is let's drag another line, another section, put it down here at the bottom. Let's go ahead and copy. And paste. I'll put that right here. Our empty space. We'll call this roof sketch. And we're going to give this one no value. Give it a title. We're just going to call it sketch. And I'm going to change this cell type to a sketch. Good. Now we can make the height a little bit bigger. Give the sales rep some room to draw. Okay, that looks about good. We'll make this a required sketch. That looks good. Okay, there's a roof sketch. Let's do one more disclosure field. So all I have to do on this one is come into here, copy this disclosure, paste it below this disclosure. Let's get my empty space again. And let's just copy the details from here. I think that's good. Oh, it's each one. I'm going to do this one. And let's change that disclosure. Okay, looks good. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay, last thing I want to do is add a signature box right here. So I wanted the sales rep to have to sign on the left side, and on the right side I want it to be the customer's signature and the spouse's signature if there is one. Well, this is probably the easiest one to add because all I got to do is add a signature container. and it puts the customer name and spouse name. And everything I want to do is click on this, scroll down here to the bottom. We're going to copy it, paste above. Okay, and what we're going to do is drag this one over to here. So now we have customer name and customer spouse name. And then I want to just change this to the sales rep's name. So if I come here to my placeholders, actually I think I just have that one right up here. So yeah, first and last name of the sales rep. If I double click this, there's the user's name. So the user's name will sign, customer, and if there's a spouse, the spouse will sign. Now if you want to add additional lines, like let's say your sales reps have a state license number, well, I can come here and add another note to this. And I can put license number. And then there's even a placeholder for license number that you can add to the user. So we just put that in here. Okay. Well, looks good. There's our entire document. Let's go ahead and save this. And let's see what it looks like on the iPad. Okay, so let's go to contracts, refresh. Next, I should have like a sketch. There we go, looks good. So let's type in some details. Let's do a sketch. There's my house with the attached garage. Describe any full details. Type in some gibberish. Okay, looks good. Hit next. And then our document is generated. Looks great. If I scroll across, I have my additional details here. My unforeseen cost that could occur. See, there's a spot to initial. There's my roof sketch. There's my signature lines. There's my license number that appeared. If I tap the screen and hit sign, it will go through each page, and you see there's the name of the first person has to sign. Second person, Steve Demo and John Johnson. If I click two fingers, I will see the spot that I have a disclosure. And you noticed it actually pulled the disclosure off the page and put it right here. So when I click done, my initials should, oh, there they are right here. I'm sorry. This was the first initials. These are the second initials. There you go. You see my initials are all on there. Tap the screen. I can go ahead and send this thing off, and we're good to go. Hopefully you followed along during this whole thing. We just built this contract from start to finish. Hopefully you can see how you can combine all the different types of inputs and sections and rearranging them, linking all the different sections. And I'll create separate videos that really goes in depth of how you can get real intricate with different formulas and different if this then that kind of options and making things dynamically populate. But this pretty much, if you can get through this video and build a template, you pretty much know how to do everything in the system. It's just a matter of now piecing it all together, which is really how you unlock the powerfulness of this platform.